How's she going, Mike here? Welcome back to Grampie's workshop. It's always a brighter day when you're up in the shop, and today I need some brightening up. My last episode left off here where I was insulating the shop or expanding the insulation, getting it ready to make it cozy and nice for the winter. I was going to start insulating down in this corner, but I decided rather than do that, I think the biggest problem I'm going to have on this wall is in this corner right here where the electrical panel is. It's going to be a challenge to get insulation behind that and vapor barrier, and I want to do my best to get that insulated. We're going to start to strip out this corner and get that squared away to start putting insulation behind there, and I think I'll work then with my insulation from right to left instead of left to right. So let's get at her. Boys, we're getting into her now. I got the power shut off in the shop because I'm trying to put insulation behind the power panel. So it's kind of dark in here. I don't know what all you're going to be able to see, but I just want to show you what I got going on. I hope you can see that. Put a little bit of light on it, a little bit anyways. The panel is mounted on this aspenite, so I released the aspenite from the wall. Then I got a couple of ratchet straps just sort of hanging it there so that I can get behind it in here to put some insulation in, right? But I have this water line that runs up there. You can see that right here. This is the water line. Anyway, that water line comes down and goes through that piece of 2x4 right there. So what I've done is I've released the clamp. I have a joint on the water line right down here at the bottom. So I've released that pipe clamp. I'm going to separate that line and bring that water line outside of the wall so that when the wall is finished, the water line will run down the panel here, right? I figured that'd be better access in case something ever happens to that, like critters chew on it, because they've done that already. Big job, boys. I'm glad I got this part done. I was able to pull the aspenite and the panel away from the wall, insulate behind it, and put some vapor barrier up on it. And I got everything back on now, and the power's back on. I had the power off for a while to get all that done. So I got a little bit of cleanup to do around the panel, put some staples on the wires. I have to fish this water line along the board there somewhere, but I think we're good. That's a big job done. I'm glad I can tick that one off the list. And now it's I have to put some vapor barrier bags around my outlets, here, there, and everywhere, and I can start insulating. So I took some time and I put the vapor barrier bags behind the outlets, and then I swept up back here, but man, oh man, it was some dirty. It needs to be swept again, but we'll do that later on probably. Anyhow, I'm going to start putting insulation in here today, and I might take this, either take that screen out of there and block that hole, or put something in there to block that hole. And we're going to start putting insulation here by the panel and go from right to left. So we can start for real now putting the insulation in. Big step. So we're going to continue like this till we finish, and then I think we can put some vapor barrier on it. What do you think? Just about finished here. I must say it was in pretty easy, but there was a lot of prep work to it. Getting this wall ready for the insulation. Make a young man old. Putting the insulation in, aside from cutting out for the outlets and maybe a little slash along there where the wire was run, that went in pretty easy too. So we've got a little opening here in the corner. It's where I made the inside corner for the corner here to put the sheathing on. It's always hard to get insulation in those corners, but I have a couple of pieces I'm going to stuff in there, see how I make out. And then I have this cavity to fill here. And then there's some more over there under the electrical panel that needs to be insulated. But I need to build kind of an accessible box under there because like that's where the water line and the electrical line and everything comes in from the camp. So I need to tidy that up a little bit. So I have to cut this to kind of fit in around this pipe I have up here. Could have been a little smaller, eh? All right. So we're just going to tuck these in here now. So, like, I'm no expert in insulating, but I know one thing: you're not supposed to compact the insulation. The fluffier you can make the insulation, the better. I had to do some pretty good pushing and stuffing to get that in the corner, but I think it'll be all right. So we're just pulling my plastic vapor barrier bag out around this outlet. So, doing the vapor barrier box covers like this doesn't look very pretty when you're finished, but it works. Okay, so that's up now. I have to cut out around this box to put my vapor barrier, tape that up, put some tape down this seam, figure out how to join that right there, and then the vapor barrier is completed. Well, we had a good afternoon here. I got the insulation all put in and the vapor barrier all put up. And now I'll be able to start putting the sheathing on there. Oh boy, it's going to look nice then. Then once I get the sheathing on, then I'll have to paint it and put the bench back. Oh man. Well, something warmer here in the shop today. I worked hard today, but anyways, I got all the vapor barrier up there and the insulation in place, and everything's taped off, sealed up, ready to go. All we have to do now tomorrow is start putting the OSB up there. It's going to be something nice. So, apologize for these videos, you know, just being about insulating the shop and moving junk around and everything, because the shop's a darn mess right now. But one of these days, it's going to be nice again. So, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think, you know. Do you enjoy these videos, or would you rather me move on to something else? And thumbs up me. Oh, and you know what? I'm getting lots of new subscribers lately. Don't know why, but I sure do appreciate it. So thanks a lot for joining the team, joining the fun here at Grampie's Workshop. Have a great week, everyone. We'll talk.